Uju Ken-Ohanenye is the first and only female presidential aspirant of the All Progressives Congress. She says the male contenders in the race cannot succeed in intimidating her. Ohanenye says she believes Nigeria needs a mother to effect the change that the country so desires, and she's ready to address the problems of poverty from the grassroots way up. But in a male-dominated political atmosphere, she says she's willing to ride the wave. If elected into office, she says employment will be one of her major focus, as the Nigerian youths need to be engaged in creativity. As regards insecurity, she says the root cause is a lack of care and love. Well, from a motherly perspective, she says by eliminating poverty, many things will change in the country. She is in the race against political giants and hopes to be victorious. Now, can she clinch the presidential ticket of the ruling All Progressives Congress? Well, for more on this, I'm glad to tell you that the woman herself joins me here in the studio to tell us about her story. Uju Ken-Ohanenye is the only female presidential aspirant of the APC. Finally, I have a woman who's right here with me to talk about aspiration. Let's talk about your party, the All Progressives Congress. What gives you the confidence that you will emerge victorious in the midst of top political actors who even helped to found the party?
Top giants. I love challenges. And the only party I could get the challenges I like is APC. Because I know the giants are there. But I'm a woman. The best thing that can happen to me is to join the giants and prove myself that I can defend my children. That's why I'm on board.
And you paid 100 million naira for this. A lot of women will be like, what gives you the confidence that you can go in there into these primaries and challenge these people? Have you been going around to meet with the delegates? What's the reception like?
Very wonderful. Better than what you can imagine. Number one, I didn't pay 100 million. I want to correct that.
Yeah, because I mean, we are told that there's a concession and all
for
of
the
that.
women.
But if you look at it, it's almost like the party giving you this same money, because I mean, they are saying that they are giving it to you almost free the way it is. But you could hear the president's wife saying that, look, they should not allow that free meal to actually encourage just anyhow kind of persons just because they are women to come into the show.
Yes.
But it's almost like the party saying that they are committing to giving you that 100 million, even though it's free.
It's not free.
Yeah.
It's not free. They asked us to buy the show of interest form.
Expression of interest
form. And that is 30 million. So I paid 30 million to be on board. And the issue of whether what was my encouragement or what motivated me is because of the way things are in the country. I've kept quiet all this while. I didn't really want to get involved. But the way things are going, I just keep watching. And I'm saying, why can't it be like this? And most times I'm not seeing things go towards where I feel that Nigerian people need to be addressed. And I decided to join. Maybe I want to make an impact. I want to make a difference. So I am on board because Nigeria needs a mother. They've been lacking one. It's all about men, men, men. Nigeria is supposed to be a father and mother to the nation, isn't it? I'm talking about Nigeria now, not an individual. A lot of things are lacking that same mother or father together as a Nigeria is not doing. And that's why I came on board to do it. And I believe if I'm given a chance to do that, so many things, it's just one singular thing that will, sort out and solve some of the problems you're looking at.
And what's that?
Love, care, commitment, lack of greed, and selflessness. If I come in as a mother and bring in my motherly attitude towards governance, involve all my children in the governance, it's not all about getting a job in government houses or government institutions. Government can employ everybody. We have to help ourselves. We have to come together and fix our country. And as a mother, I can coordinate that and get everybody committed to coming on board to fix the country. I won't just come out and say, you, I give you contract of 2 billion. The other person, I give you contract of this. And sometimes the contracts are not done. I'm going to involve every indigene in your own locality to get involved in the development of your place.
Do you have a blueprint in place?
Yes,
Have you been able to structure some of these policy issues, how you intend to tackle insecurity, for example, the economy, for example, youth unemployment? I would just want you to talk about youth unemployment, for example.
Thank you. The Nigeria Students Association visited me to endorse me 2 days ago, and I spoke to them. I said, I have a blueprint. I am not talking about, I'm not going to focus on government employing the youth. I am going to focus on empowering the youth and making them get skills, and then they will employ themselves, make money, and be able to take care of their problems. That is what I'm going to focus on. I told them a story when I started. I was a lawyer, there was no job. What did I do? I started selling suya.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. I had to get a man
commercializing it
to
and all
show
of that.
me. I commercialized it. I go to court in the morning. I come back. I wasn't making anything from the court. I was feeding from that suya, 800 naira a day. I will do akawo, and I will manage myself. You have to be contented. I spoke to them at length. I said, don't depend on government. It's you that can equally help the government. How do you do that? Get yourself skilled, and then cut your coat according to your size. Then the government itself is supposed to have an enabling environment to enable these children succeed. Our population is a plus economically, because anything you start, any skill you start, you have a lot of customers to deal with. You make as much money as you can, depending on how hard you can work. So I'm trying to let them understand that you can believe in yourself. You can work out something for yourself. Running off to US, United Kingdom and all that to go and enslave yourself when you could just sit down and think, then cut your coat.
Yeah,
don't feel
but
too
there's
big.
a place of government policy. I want you to talk about the specific ways you hope to create employment for the young people if you peradventure find yourself at Aso Rock.
If I find myself in Aso Rock, how do you create this thing? We're depending on just oil. There should be farming, agriculture. Open up doors on agriculture. Get equipment that these people can hire. Encourage every child to get involved in agriculture. Haven't you created work? As they're doing this and making money, they have somewhere they can rent equipment to mechanize their farming. That is through farming. You can create that. When it comes to education, you can, our population, we don't even have enough schools for the population.
Well,
if
the
you
present schools we haven't taken
care of
them so much.
Are you understanding me? But when you open doors for employment, like I said, government cannot employ everybody. Even no matter what government does, and you just keep rolling your economy on paying salaries, believe me, it's not going to lead us anywhere. We just keep going round the clock without achieving much. I still believe that instead of opening more government offices to employ more people, let us open doors for these children to be able to be self-reliant. Let our country to be self-reliant.
Okay, I'm curious to know why so many women have not embraced this carrot approach that the All Progressives Congress has given. I mean, the party is subsidizing 70 million for women and just allowing you to pay 13 million. Why is it that it's only you that's been able to grab this ticket? Is it that other women are afraid of coming out, or what exactly is the problem?
Because of the men.
Are they intimidating you? Women,
that is what they're trying to do, but it's not going to work. Because
it's the same men that are helping you to subsidize the
No, I understand that, but the intimidation has been there for a while. And so many women are already so intimidated that they're scared to come on board. They're scared. I don't know, but I'm encouraging them, because the way things are going, kidnappers, all these people are our children. We need to come and see how we can help them. There's always a motherly care that can do a lot. I'm telling you, if your child gets spoiled, like you term them that they're spoiled kids, if they get spoiled or they go into criminal acts, who do you blame? Parents have 80% blame, while that child has 20%, because it's what you have imbibed in that child that the child grows up with. What have we done for our children? We need the mothers to come out.
Okay. Political participation for women. Now, let's talk about how this country is at the moment. I want to know if you've been going around to meet with party delegates, because this is an internal election. We are not yet at the general election.
At the general election, yes.
I want you to tell us how you've been meeting with delegates, and if indeed the reception has been, smooth for you, and how you hope to overcome some of these challenges you have in a male-dominated environment like the APC.
Thank you. I've been meeting delegates. Even yesterday I met some. Almost on daily basis, I meet different states of delegates. And when I speak to them, I try to let them understand if they are happy with the way things are and has been, I'm not talking about today, since the onset, the way the country has been going round the circle. Children are dying, so many things are happening from onset till now. They have to understand that the men have lost it. They should consider a woman. I told them, I don't care, you're a delegate, whatever you want to enjoy as a delegate, go ahead and enjoy it, but vote your conscience.
When you say enjoy, are you talking about money is being shared to
I didn't mention money because I don't know whether they share money there or not.
I now want to ask what you've been sharing with them, because we hear that some of these delegates are super rich now. They
didn't ask me for money.
To be rich between now and
the primary. They didn't ask me for money, and I don't really look into what anybody is doing personally, but I just attacked their conscience to understand that for once, let's think Nigerians. Niger has to save Nigeria. It's nobody else that can save us except ourselves. Let them think about it when they're voting, so that they vote their conscience. They shouldn't allow any material thing that you only utilize for less than a month is finished to put you into suffering for so many years. Put all these things into consideration. Put the future of our children into consideration. Put the security into consideration. A mother can put an end to this security in 6 months.
How?
I will explain to you. I manage my home. If I have 10 naira, I can use it and make soup that you will eat and you think I've used 100 naira to make that soup. Do you understand? And if I have 4 or 5 children, I have to treat them equally for peace to reign. If I treat one as a special person to the other person, I've created enmity between these two people. Show them love.
So is it the lack of equal treatment across the country that's led to the insecurity?
Not only that, not engaging them in governance. You have to make them feel like they're Nigerians. If you're in Nigeria, your mother is sick, you don't have 1,000 naira to pay, which happens in hospitals where I visit. I see people, they can't afford 1,000 naira.
Yeah, but your party is in power. What is the APC doing? Have you been speaking with those in government? Because your party is currently in government. What is that thing that needs to be done by your party to, achieve some of the things you have talked about here?
It's a pity that this is not something that started today. It's not all about the party right now. It's all about something that has been going on since the onset. It won't be magical to change it, but a woman can do that. So my party is doing their best, but it has been decayed for a while. This country has decayed for a very long time.
And you think having a woman as president will change the narrative?
Yes, because
just by being president or by being, pragmatic in terms of having very critical policies that will be implemented.
By being president, you will be able to have the power to implement things that can change this narrative. We need to change the narrative. It's not an issue of change it to regional, don't do this, don't do. That's not the problem. We need to change the method of governance. That's all.
I want to ask if the quest for 35% by women is one of the major reasons why you're seeking the position of president. If you as a woman becomes president, what will you do? to the demand for 35%? Will you up it up to 50%? Or
the 35 is not enough. Because okay. If we people use more of women, Nigeria go better. Women are not easily manipulated. Women are not easily bribed. We were born with integrity.
Yeah, so what percentage will you be looking at?
I will be looking at 60 to 40. Men should be 40.
And
women
you won't be
should
accused of favoring your own gender?
Not at all, because you people have failed. You have failed us already.
Okay, some Nigerians will be interested in knowing you personally. What have you done to be successful in those ventures that would warrant, your party men, handing over a presidential ticket to you and Nigerians voting for you? Thank you.
My name is Barrister Mrs. Uju Ken-Ohanenye. I'm a lawyer by profession. I'm into properties. I'm a proprietress of a school. So you see how far I've gone with interacting with individuals. Then I have a humanitarian work I am doing with self-help. I visit hospitals, government hospitals across the country. I donate health centers across the country, both north and south. I donate acquisition centers. Over a decade, I've been doing this to encourage the youth how to be independent so that they will not totally depend on government and die away. So in the course of this, my job, I go to Nungus to visit and pay surprise visits to very wretched people that live in mud houses. And sometimes you come there, it's raining, rain is falling on them, they stand by the wall until after the rain. When rain is falling, you feel like sleeping. In their own case, they can't sleep because the rain is falling on them. And when I see these things, some of them I fix their roofs, some of them I empower them. How far can I go as an individual? What do I have?
So you think coming into government will give you a bigger platform to help?
That's all, so that I can touch lives. That's why I didn't go for governorship. It's going to limit me to a particular region. If I go for Senate,
but people want to ask, if you haven't been in government before, why should they hand over the presidency to you? Because that's a big deal.
The experience you need is natural. It's supposed to be natural. I have the capacity, and it's very natural in me. I've been coordinating things. I work better under pressure and under stress. It gives me blood.
Okay. Now, let's talk about your chances against Ebola Tinubu or Professor Yemi Oshibanjo, Rotimi Amechi and all of that. Don't you think you're biting too much?
I am ready. Listen, I came in for a reason. I didn't come in because I am a woman or because somebody like Bola Tinubu is there, I should be scared. No woman is scared of defending her child. A woman will go hungry for her child to eat. A woman will die in a place of her child. Nigeria now, I look at it as my child. So I am very, very strong in what I'm doing. I'm not afraid of anybody.
Okay, interesting. Now, as we try to round off this conversation, I want you to tell me, do you think Nigeria as a country, as a society, is prepared for a female as a president?
That's a very big question, because to me, I'm sure and I know they are not. But I'm going to make them to want. I am going to change their opinion to understand why a woman is needed. Because some of them don't even know what their problems are. The problem is lack of motherly touch to governance. Trust me, if they give me a chance as a woman, they will see the changes. 6 months.
Because a lot of persons will tell you that, because of our religious configuration in the country, some people will find it very difficult to want to bow to a female as president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What do you make of that, despite us saying that we're a secular society and all of that?
What have they achieved since they refused to bow to a woman and they've been bowing to men? What have we achieved? Are you people not tired? I'm telling you, a lot of them are tired. They will give me a chance.
But there's this saying that women don't like voting women. I mean, how confident are you
that
you can mobilize a lot of female voters to join hands with some men to at least see the reason why they need to give, women like you a chance in the polity?
If I tell you the majority of support I'm getting are from women, I'm telling you, things have changed. The women are tired of their children dying untimely. The women are because of bad roads and stuff like that, or the hospital not very equipped. They are tired. They need their fellow woman to come on board. We are the only ones that can solve this problem.
And you think you're that woman?
I am.
Okay. Thank you so much. Uju Ken-Ohanenye is a lawyer and a presidential aspirant of the All Progressives Congress, Nigeria's ruling party. We can only wish you well as you go there to challenge these top politicians in the party. And like I told you earlier on before we started the show, we aren't treating you different because you're a woman, because you're going there to challenge every other person, so you need to sell yourself very well.
Thank you.
Well, that's how it's been for this edition of the Arise interview. Do join us again tomorrow from me and the entire team here in Abuja. Goodbye and thank you for watching. I'm Somna Sambo.